All right. Okay, so here's the model that I'm working on. This is the dome for my modified Spin Master BB-8. This is BB-5M. The 5M stands for, well, it doesn't stand for anything, but it's meant to imply an older model, and also the 5M kind of looks like SM for Spin Master. There's a bit of a oddity with Fusion here because I'm just using a window capture. You can't see the browser over here on the left hand side. I'm not actually sure if you can see the appearance settings. I should test that. Let's see. Nope, they do not show up, but I can see them right here. So in any case, I am modeling or basing this modified dome on this concept art here in the corner, which is right up there, by Christian Alzmann, who, it was a concept art for BB-8, but I'm building it, so here you go. This is what I'm looking at. Let's see what I got going on here. I'm going to close this window. All right, I got to remember to keep the model over here on the left because the concept art kind of covers part of it, but that's what I'm basing this on. You see, I've gotten pretty far. It may not be an exact copy. For example, the eyes are not as far apart on my model as they are on the concept sketch. I remember to point at the correct thing over here. So they're not as far apart, but you know, it's good enough for my purposes. Let's see here. To point out the structure of this thing, we've got a bunch of models. All right, first we've got models. They're kind of just rough dummy versions of the lens and the front holo projector from the Spin Master BB-8. Make sure that my mic isn't muted. Yeah, good. So covering up the lens is covering up my actual radar eye printed model that I made this whole part right here, and I'm just adding the lens from the existing model to cover it. So these parts are being used from the original Spin Master. Also being used from the original Spin Master is this part here. We'll cover this up. All right, this is kind of a rough replica of the bottom part of the original BB-8 dome. Seth Kelly, who has created the Nurse Droid modification for the Spin Master, did something very similar, so I took his lead and kept that part because it has 3 wheels underneath and also 4 magnets. And those are pretty well situated to work with the existing sphere. So I don't want to have to recalibrate and get new wheels and all that junk. I did get new magnets because I needed stronger ones, because this dome is going to weigh considerably more than the original dome does. But anyway, I'm keeping this part to mount all my stuff to because it's already set up, basically, with the wheels and stuff. They're not in this model, but there you go. Surrounding this part is the neck. So that's the neck. It would the orange part is the dome skirt. That's what I call it. So if you hear me talk about the skirt, that's that orange part. The neck is this part here. This is completely new from the concept sketch, which you can see to the right of my little mouse pointer. Also to the right of the mouse pointer is what I call the smile, right there. So that's this bit right here. Then above that, of course, we have the face right there. That's the lower portion of the dome. And then that has these little holes around the circumference for magnets. Not all of them are necessarily going to be used, but just little rare earth magnets to hold the top part on, which is composed of this part and this part. There you go. These are the cap or the panels, and they're just meant to be held on with magnets. Also on the cap is the upper hollow projector. I just have this version right now. I may go to the top view. I may rotate it to this panel rather than this one, and put in a little panel line to divide this panel instead, because I think it looks like in the concept it's a little further forward than I'm showing it. I did do a stream a couple of days ago, but I didn't like it. The stream was dropping frames and stuff, so I talked about all this stuff in there. But I've made some changes since then, and so I'm just going to go over it all again. So we got the upper hollow projector, but that may be moved. All right, so let me rotate back down here. Let me put the radar eye back in place and the front hollow projector back in place. So now he has his happy little smile. Okay, now what am I currently working on right now? It is dividing up all these faces, which you see they're just flat faces on the dome. So when you render this thing, they don't have any real division, they're just different colors. And Fusion loves to mess up these colors. Anytime you make a change to this model, it'll just start scrambling colors and ignoring changes and things like that. But I'm actually physically modeling in the panels, the panel lines. That way you can just paint them properly. I don't know, I may or may not move that hollow projector, I haven't decided. But at any rate, let's look on the inside. Bonk. Alright, on the inside you can see it has this sort of arc thing that's basically to make it printable. It's to hold those magnets, and then there's matching magnets in the cap, in case I didn't point that out. There they are. You see matching magnet holes in the cap. Turn off the analysis, turn the parts back on. There we go. Turn on his hollow projector. And now you can see on the concept sketch, kind of, let me move my mouse, above the mouse pointer right here, there is a little panel sticking out on the side. I had another concept art by Jake Lunt, who also did concept art for BB-8, The Force Awakens, that I'm kind of basing that on to some extent, but I don't happen to have that handy. I could probably add it. This is the, oops, here, let me get back over to the other screen, mouse pointer. There we go. All right, this one is the other one. You can see the panel on the side of the head here. That's kind of what I'm basing my panel on. So let me activate that part. And also I have an antenna in progress. Not a very good one yet, but it's a start. Yeah, so the antenna on the right hand side of Christian's, the one on the top above the mouse pointer, top right antenna, that is kind of what this one is based off of. So I've added this thing. I'm basically calling it a communications panel or a communications box or communication unit or something like that. No particular reason for that. It just, I stuck an antenna on it, so I assumed it's for communications. Okay, anyway. So that is the majority of the dome so far. I do also have the sphere modeled. I am not using this sphere pattern. The sphere pattern I'm using is actually very similar to BB-8's. I can actually load it up here. Yeah, I'll just load the sphere itself. Maybe. Come forth, Fusion. All right. Okay, so here's the sphere that I've got. It's very similar to BB-8's as far as the basic layout. You got your triangles or your tries, and you got your circles. Jake Lunt's concept, the same page of concepts that this particular illustration came from, had a concept piece that had these little triangle panels in the center of the tries, or I guess they're hexagonal panels, sort of, not really hexagons. So I'm using those. I thought they looked pretty cool, so I'm going to take those, incorporate them. These circles will get more detailed later on. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish the customizations to the sphere, so I'm just going to use my other Spin Master, which is just staying as BB-8. I'm going to use that and run the dome that I'm making right now on that sphere. But eventually I'll have a customized sphere which has lights and things like that in it. I have it, the one that this dome is going on is actually partially dismantled already. It's just really hard to get those circle panels off of the original Spin Master, so having such fun with that. But the main thing that I want to get done in the next, I don't know, 2 months, I believe is how long I have to finish this, is this dome. Get it modeled, get it CAD printed, and then constructed. So as you see, I'm pretty far along. We're gonna keep working here. All right, so let's see. What am I doing? All right, I'm basically making these panel lines, like I said earlier. So right now I'm constructing all these little things here. These little red lines, those are the panel lines. I need to actually change the appearance on these, which I just added recently. So let me get that out and select all of these panels. 1, 2, 3, 3. That looks correct. Okay, let's drop those on there. Okay. Get those colored correctly so I can tell them apart. All right. I wish I knew an easier way to cut these panels. It's just that there's no simple way to, other than drawing a sketch, aligning it to this profile here, or this path, and then extruding it, and basically doing that for all of these little panel borders. And this section, these two lines here, are the more complex ones because I alternate, stair step. So the gray panels are higher, the orange panels are lower, and then you have the little short panels in between. I've already got some stuff done. This panel is not colored correctly, neither is this one. Turn these off. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm wrong. Being stupid. All right, let me minimize some of this junk. Okie dokie. So what's next? I guess I continue with making the panels on the bottom here, because that's what I was doing before I started the stream. There is a cheat that I've done, which is to basically just rotate this around the center axis. I'm going to turn off the hollow, the skirt, the smile, the neck, panels in the cap, and some of these perimeter panels can go away for a moment. I don't need them. Okay, not every line on here is going to become a panel line. They're just artifacts of the modeling, like the curve of the dome was split right here, so it just spun a line around. This is where I joined two parts because they are not parallel. So things like that. So anyway, let's create copy of this body, not this body. All right, set the pivot point, which is going to be at the origin, right there. Check. You can't actually even see this dialog. I'm holding it under the mouse pointer right now, but this is a move copy operation. So I guess I don't have to worry about those concept art on the side because you can't see the panels anyway. But whatever. Move around here. All right, I want to create a copy, so I check the create copy box, and how well lined up that is, I can't tell at all. Okay, sure. Okay. Look, check, check. It looks pretty good. I don't actually know what angle I set that copy to, but there you go. If I were really clever when I built this thing, I would have made all these panels like parameters, but an awful lot of parameters, and you can't tell because Fusion not showing panels here. Oops, come back, Streamlabs, there you go. But I have quite a few already, and it's kind of hard to navigate that panel window. So anyway, let's continue making a copy. Move copy this body, set the pivot to the origin. Okay, we're gonna move this one. Darn it. Oops, I didn't confirm my pivot. I always forget to do that. Okay, so this one's -5 is what this little dialog is showing, but it's actually 6. Yep, that looks right. And undo that, because I completely forgot to make a copy. But at least I know what it is now. So this body, make a copy. I want to set the pivot. Try again. The Z angle is going to be -6 degrees. Nope. Nope. Confirm the pivot. Dang it. That drives me nuts. I do it every single time. Forget to confirm that I'm changing the pivot point. Okay. Now, when I create the one that goes on this path, then I'm going to have an issue in that I don't want to cut a hole into this raised section. So what I'm going to do is split the body with this face, this edge face right here. That one. We're going to split the body that I've created. Alright, so body. Set the pivots. This is why I really wish there was a easier way to do this, because it's kind of tedious. Alright, we want to create a copy. We want to make it -6 degrees. Nope, not -6 degrees. What the heck am I thinking? -4 degrees. Okay. Alright. Alright, now, whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to split body. You can't even see the menus. It's going to be real educational. But anyway, body to split, splitting tool. Okay. I don't actually have anybody watching anyway. So I'm splitting it using this face right here. It's extending the splitting tool so it cuts all the way through it. Check. Alright, and now that's the correct one, that's the incorrect one. This is invariably the opposite of the way I want Fusion to handle it, but whatever. So I'm going to remove this one. Alright, so now this panel line should be flush with that surface right there. Alright, continuing on. Continuing on around. I got another one to create here, which is copy. I don't want faces, I want bodies. Now I could try changing Fusion over to a display capture. That might work better. You'll have to give me a minute. Let me finish doing this particular. This is the pivot. Create a copy. Need a 4? Nope, not even 4. How about 3? 3 sounds good. That looks slightly off center. 2.9. 2.95. That's better. I could create a new sketch here. Actually, why don't I do that? So, all right. Before I try doing that, I'm going to save my model, and we'll go to a Be Right Back screen. I'm just going to keep talking while I'm doing it, but I'm going to go to changing to a display capture. All right, get back to the scene. Sources, Fusion window, display capture. Turn off these and these. Let's see what this looks like. Whoa. Can't actually tell. It looks okay. All right. Turn my concepts back on. Bink, bink. All right. Let me see if I can switch back. Zoom out again a bit, because yeah. Okay, so we're seeing the thing now. So let me transition back. Okie dokie. The only reason why I don't usually use a display capture is because, you know, I might accidentally open the wrong thing and dox myself. Not be good. All right, so now you can see all of Fusion. Here's the browser over here, so you can see all my little dome parts. Here's my little communication box parts over there. There's the antenna, etc. All right. I'm not naming these parts because they're just panel line things. Just panel line things. So now I will show you how to create these little panel rail sweepy things. So what I'm going to do is construct a plane along the path. I'm going to use this path. I'm going to set it to 0. You can see there's a tiny little plane created right there. Actually, let me undo that and do it again because the stupid panel's off the side of the screen. There we go. All right, plane along path. Select this path. Now you can see the distance is 0.5. It's about halfway up. I want it at 0. And there we go. All right, so now I have a sketch, a construction plane. So I'm going to create a sketch on it. Zoom in to where my center point is. I'm going to create a circle. And I'm going to set this to my parameter, which is the dome panel line diameter. All right, that is set to currently 1 millimeter, I believe. Yes. There you go, 1 millimeter. Circle oriented to the rail, or the path, as we call it sometimes. All right, so now take this and I create a sweep. I actually have the button right here. Bonk, sweep. Move the sweep dialog over. All right, so the profile is the circle. The path is this path, and also that path. Oops. Yeah. I don't want to cut. I want to create a new body. And that will create a completely new little model. Body 250 probably. Yep, there it is. Body 250. Okay, so that's this one. The reason why I did that is because these weren't really centering properly when I moved them all the way from the other side. So now that it is over here, I'm going to do what I was doing before and create a copy. So here's the move dialog I was using. Bodies. Let me select the origin is that. Confirm. Is this like 2 degrees maybe? Create a copy. -2. Yep, 2 degrees. All right. And continuing on, I'm just going to do that again. Body select this one, create select pivot. That. Confirm the pivot, create a copy. Very, very repetitive. Drag this over 30. So maybe 32. Perfect. Okay. So this, I'm going to do the same thing. Body, set the pivot. Okay. Confirm the pivot, create a copy. There. 15 degrees. Confirm. Alright, this is just one long panel all the way over to there. So that's 90 degrees? No. That is 180 degrees. So that's pretty easy. Bonk. Like this panel. Pivot. It is this. Confirm the pivot, create a copy. 180 degrees. It is in the right place. Yep. Okay. All right. What else? Got another panel line, 2 more to create. Well, that's not too bad. The real pain is going to be the ones up here. All right. So let's select this particular one. Creating a copy. We want to alter the pivot point. Again, I don't know why it doesn't default to that, but whatever. All right, so this is like 4 degrees. -4. Nope, 5 degrees. Look at that. All right. And finally, so the glamorous world of doing CAD. Lots of this over and over and over. Because there's no easy way to say, give me a circle at each of these lines and just go up. If only there were. All right, so confirm that, create a copy, and change the location to 40 degrees. All right, the panel lines in particular are not especially accurate to the concept sketch. Like the ones right here are fairly decent. Here, let me hide the browser because it's just distracting. The ones right here are fairly decent. Right here, it gets a little wonky where this bit joins up down here. Rotate around. And as you can see, it's supposed to be aligned with this panel, but it's aligned with this one because the other one would have been too close. Whatever, I don't really care, it's fine. Since I'm incorporating 2 different concept sketches, as you can see, or merging them, I'm not too worried about being accurate to either one. Just kind of generally along those lines. All right, get my browser back, and let's take all of these, move them into the group over the panel lines, which is this one. Okay, panel line group, check. All right, now I need to select all those that are not colored yet. So starting with that one. A bodies, put this. No. All right, look. Bonk. There we go. All right. All right. Now what I could do is merge all of these panel lines with the perimeter. Yeah, I've got the perimeters already, the horizontal lines, because those are fairly easy. I don't actually need to have that one anymore because it's already done. And that one, and that one are all already done as well. You can see they've been cut in. So let's save our model. I know Fusion does an auto save thing, but whatever. I cannot break the habit of just clicking save every so often, even when nothing much has changed. Because you can see I'm on version, oh, I don't think you can see it because it's cut off. Maybe you can kind of see it. It's 177 now. And this is actually the third version of this dome. First one was just a draft, and the second one I started over to do this one. All right, continuing. These two panel lines right here, this vertical line, are not radial like the rest of them. They are basically just parallel to each other and straight on from the radar eye. So we're going to make those, or at least one of them. So I need to create a construction plane along the path, this path right here. Set it to 0. 0 is the starting point of the arrow, and 1 is the ending point of the arrow. You need to know which of those is which. It's always oriented that way. 0. Put another sketch. Actually, first, see all this garbage down here is where I'm working on these panel lines. So, what did I sweep here? Okay, panel line, panel line, panel line. All of this stuff from this construction plane on is basically the lower dome panels. I'm going to make a group. Lower dome vertical panel lines. Okay, panel lines. Enter. That's so I can tell what all this stuff is. Believe me, when you start going back into the history and making changes and then things break and you're trying to figure out, I don't know what extrude 84 means. I don't know what it used to mean because it doesn't do anything now. Because you broke it. Yeah, it gets annoying. So if you, like here, vertical cap panel lines. Create duplicate of vertical panel line. Here's the sweep the vertical panel line, and here's create a circular pattern of them. So rename those things if it matters to you. Good habit to have. I do it a lot, but I don't always do it, as you can tell. When I get into a flow, then I just stop doing it for a while. I have to go back. Not hard to sit here and go, okay, this is the sketch for, you know, lower panel lines and so forth. You just step 1, 1, 1, 1 to figure out what they do and then name them that. All right, so we're going to create a new sketch. Yes, I haven't done it yet. On this particular surface, draw my circle. That is line diameter. Okay, Yeah, as you can see, get out of the sketch first. This is my list of parameters. It's a little hard to navigate because there's no way to reorganize these things or group them. So stuff that, you know, if I start modeling the skirt and then suddenly, you know, I need the dome diameter and then I go back to doing the skirt, it gets really annoying. Oh, yeah. Autodesk, sorting and organizing and grouping the parameters would be really nice. So, all right. Anyway, let's reset your little parameters like the line diameter that I'm setting here. Sure, it would probably look better if I made square panels, but on certain features, like when it turns corners like this, I've had trouble with Fusion not wanting to do it at all. I was just like, I'm just going to do circular panels. Probably shouldn't have done these three, or at least this one yet. So I wonder if I can go back. Where did I set those? Panel lines. It was the first ones here. So I want to get rid of. No, it's not. Where did I do it? Oh, here. Panel lines for stripes. Edit feature. Let me get rid of this tool right here. Okay, let's see what breaks. Also, Fusion has a really bad habit of getting stuck in a loop when you try to edit too many things at a time. So if I have to go way back here to change something, then it's usually good to scrub your timeline back to that point, make the change, and then slowly, like every 2 or 3 groups or something, work your way back to the present, because if you do it all in one thing, it might lock up. All right, continuing on. So this construction line should be at 0 on that profile. Also, I need to fix this one, that one. No, it just goes all the way. Okay, that's fine. Although it really should go a little further. This one? Yeah. Path. One error, yeah. What are you complaining about? All right, we got this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. Me. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. Fix this. I am not going to turn the corner to these 2 profiles. Paths. I'll just cut it this way. All right. And then I'll just have to rotate one that's perpendicular to this. I need to do the same thing on this one. So let's turn off that and that. Okay. And hello, welcome if you just joined the stream. I'm just doing some CAD on my dome model here. These 2 are fine. I don't need to make any changes to them. So, oh, also this line is parallel to those 2 as well. Forgot about that. Okay. That will keep that slanted edge since I didn't extend it all the way up there. It'll keep it from slanting that edge, and I can just cut it properly. Okay, Sounds good. All right. Anyway, to create this panel line, I need to sweep this path. Create sweep. Not in a sketch or anything, am I? Where am I? Where am I in the timeline? Okay, I'm in a good place. There we go. Take the profile, take the path. Don't cut yet. Just make a new body. I'm making a new body so I can join them together and just do it as one cut. So I don't have, you know, 57,000 cuts. I just have 57,000 sweeps, which I'm going to have one way or another. So there we go. That one's fine. New body. That one there. Okay. I can't rotate to get these two edges. I've got to basically do the same thing. I wonder if the sketch is perpendicular to that as well. We'll see. Let's project this body, this line rather. Actually, you know what? This is where Fusion starts getting weird. I'm going to save that. Let's take a brief break because I want to restart Fusion. It gets a bit weird and it starts selecting things behind the features that you want to actually select. I'm also going to go get a drink. So my throat is getting a little hoarse. So let's switch over to the Be Right Back screen. And I'll be back in a few. Okay, I'm back. Let me get back into Fusion. Here, I need to load up my model. And tweak the display capture slightly. Put a little bit more of the screen on, well, the screen. Let me get back in here. There we are. Okay, I just loaded the model back in. All right, what are we looking at here? Let me examine this concept sketch just a moment. Okay, so I was right, actually. Whoa, what the heck? There we go. That's what's going on. Accidentally mouse wheel zoomed my concept sketch and not Fusion. All right, zoom in here. I was right. These particular panels right here are miscolored. Let me turn off panel lines for the moment. So those are supposed to be gray, aren't they? Let me zoom in on my sketch that I'm looking at. No. I think they're fine. Alright, whatever. They look okay, I guess. It's a little hard to figure out how to treat them because if you look at the sketch over here, right up there, sorry, up there, across from the labels on these menu, on the concept sketch, you can see that there is a, you know what? Play options. No, okay. I was pretty sure there was a minimal. Oh, I know what that was. VLC. That wasn't this. All right, I'm back. I was gonna put this over here, like right there. Okay, this is the concept sketch that I'm looking at on my screen, on my other screen. Now I can actually pinpoint stuff. Okay, right here and right here. I mean, it looks like they are correctly. It looks like it comes down to gray there, but not necessarily there. It could just be you know, illustration wonkiness, but I don't know. All right, let's move that back off. Okay. Back to this. I will have to split that up separately or differently if I decide to do that. I'm not gonna worry about it right at the moment. I've got to do other things here. Continuing with the panel lines. So last we left our Intrepid Dome, I was drawing this sketch. But having drawn the sketch, I need to sweep the sketch right there along this path. Wait, didn't I do this already? I did do this already. I just haven't moved far enough into history. There we go. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was working on the sketch to see whether I could project that point and that point, and it wasn't letting me select it. Okay, so let's do that and draw another circle with the same parameter and the same thing over here. All right, goes out there like so, because all three of those lines are parallel. Let's see what the sketch looks like. Nope, that won't work. Those are not, well, you know what? Tempted to try it. Does this look like it is perpendicular? I think it is. These look relatively perpendicular. It's just that the point, the plane of the sketch is like that. Why is the plane of the sketch like that? Actually, I got an idea. Where's my sketch? Undo, 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 undo. Backwards. Why? Get out of the sketch, go back over here. In the sketch. All right. It's not these two that I want. Complete. Actually, it's this point and this point. I don't think it'll matter, but we'll see. Nope, ends up being the same thing. I'm kind of curious why that plane is like that, though. All right, sure, whatever. Get back on the sketch here. C, line, N, C, line, N, top sketch. All right, so we got 3 sketches. I've done one already. I just need to sweep this one on this profile. Not quite. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. While it is perpendicular to the path, this path is not perpendicular to the thing there. I'm not sure this would matter. I don't think it will matter, actually. Now that I think about it, it won't matter because even if I create a sketch here, it's going to be. Well, we can test it. Let's test that. Construct plane along path behind this body. This one, get it at 0. Yep. See, still not perpendicular to that circumference there, so we don't need this. we can just use the sketch we have. Sweet. Gotta turn the sketch back on because it gets turned off because annoying. Profile path. At least it's not trying to join automatically this time. Oh, I went to new body. Excellent. Okay. All right. Now I got two choices here. I have this and this. These are both lined up with the this plane here. I think they are. Yeah, they're both lined up with that plane there. So I could use those as the sketch that I base all these other panels off of. Might be easiest to do it that way instead of one of these. I think I will. So that's what we're going to do. What we're going to do. All right, I want to cut. No, I don't want to cut. I want to plane along path here. 0, no, 1 in this case. The path is going that way. Sketch will be on this plane. All right, look for the origin of the sketch and put a circle there. Line. Yeah, making panel lines not the most exciting thing to do. Welcome if you've just joined again. All right, so that's my profile. I'm going to sweep again. Select and select. All right, new body, please. All right, that's good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and color this. In case you're wondering, this is my appearance here. I'm going to drag that onto that. And while I'm at it, also these three be colored as well. Okay. Out of the appearance. Oops. I need to go the full distance. Or do I? Yes. Yes, I do. This is gonna be weird. Now that I'm looking at it, the intersection right here is going to be weird because it's going to cut this panel line. Sorry, this panel line, then cut this panel line, then cut that panel line, then cut that panel line, then that one, that one, that one. Not sure those corners are going to work because we're going to have an issue. Because this one comes to the midpoint of this thing, and this one comes to the midpoint of this thing, like right there. That may end up being a problem for us. The only way I would know to fix that is to put a little hemisphere on the end of each one of these things. That's going to be annoying. Actually, I could probably use their intersection or something like that as a center point for a sphere. Never-ending source of fun. Okay, continuing on. Let's make the sweep also include this path right here. Okay. I need it. Wonky. I have some gimbal lock going on here. Okay, this one is also not correct. Two of them. This one and that one are not correct. Actually, no, neither of these are correct either. Alright, well, we can fix that. That actually goes all the way down. I need to cut it with this plane here. This one also goes all the way down because I was not paying attention. Path. Uh-oh. I have a problem. Houston, I have a problem. I could just extend it. I'll deal with it that way. Come on, come on. Thank you. Going to scroll back to these. Push pull. Like so. Perfect. All right, I'll have to maybe do the same thing there. I don't know. We'll find out. There we go. All right. That's better. All right, take a drink. Okay, I need to chop these two off with that thing. So let's split body. Body to split this one and this one. Splitting tool. That. Don't bother. Yeah, actually do bother because I need to go in. Cut those there. Right now, that and that. That and that. Let's remove those two. Okay. That will leave those. So now I can just do the construct, construction plane, sketch, sweep. All right, so that's my back over here. This is disorienting when I'm just whipping things around like this. Just really spinning it around. If you are curious what this particular garbage thing is at the end, I used it to cut out the surrounding parts around these openings so I could do test prints. That's all it does. It just intersects the dome and leaves only the part right there. So I don't usually use it. I could delete it now, but whatever. I haven't. Okay, so this and this are one body. That body. Okay, let's create. Get over here. Move and copy. All right, we want to select that body. Pivot. Origin needs to be turned on. Select it. Confirm it. Create copy. This time we're going in the positive direction, I believe. So this like what? 3 degrees? No, 4 degrees. Not gonna be much of this panel left, is there? Two degrees. So basically the same thing. If these were at a consistent angle, then I could do a circular pattern, but they're not. All right, so this is the body that I want to copy and set its pivot as per usual. Really wish I didn't have to move this thing around every time. All right, so pivot is set, create copy is set, 2 degrees. Okay. All right. So we're just going to be doing a whole lot of this for a bit. Selection, that one. Pivot. You know what? I'm just not going to move it like that. Create copy. Is 5 degrees? No, it's 6 degrees, surely. Nope. 0. Firm. And 6 degrees. 7 degrees. 8 degrees. There we go. All right. That's going to be 6 degrees, I think. And I could probably... Nope. Okay, doesn't tell me. Sometimes it tells you things like radius and stuff down here in the corner. I was hoping it would tell me the angular difference between those two, but it's not going to. I can go look at the original sketch, but that's way too much effort. Doesn't matter because they're all different. Right, body, origin. Come on. I think. No, that is the origin. Okay, sure. Confirm. 6. Create copy. 6. Yep. And then 6 to the next one. I'm on step like 6 million of this dome. Give me a moment. I'm checking something out. Oh, I've got a lot of retweets. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, okay, no. I don't. All right. All right, back to the stream. Back over here and continue with all of this exciting copy and pasting. All right, confirm the pivot at 6 degrees. Okay. That one's like 10. One really annoying thing about Fusion is that these little move features, you open them back up, they don't show what you actually did in the first place. That's really obnoxious. I'm like, well, I would really like to know what I actually did and if I need to adjust it. All right, modify. Not faces, bodies. That pivot. There. Turn pivot. Nope. Did I not select this thing? Come on. That pivot. There. Arm pivot. Create copy. 10 degrees. This look relatively correct. Get over here. Yeah, not too bad. Let's do that and then turn off the construction, turn off the sketches. Off. Oh, actually, no. It isn't looking correct. Getting slightly off. That's a problem. That's a problem. Did I not do these in consistent angles? Because I could have sworn that I did. It's off by exactly 0.5 millimeter. Okay. Two 5. Oh, it looked like it was. Now I'm annoyed. These should be fairly consistent angles. I'm going to have to go back to the sketch because that's going to drive me nuts. Alright, let's hunt it down. Saved? Okay, good. We have saved. Let's look for top panels, top panels, top panels, top panels. Top panels, here we go. Alright. Wink. Now I need to scroll all the way back because I'm going to change this sketch. It's going to cause problems. I don't. Look at this. Look at all this. Because I got to split things up like piece by piece. All right, have a look at the sketch. What the heck happened here? Because I could have swore that these were all on angles. Oh, get out of the way. Come on. Thought these all had all been constrained. All right. Well, guess we'll do it now. 3.8 degrees. No wonder everything's off wonky and stuff. 4 degrees. Okay. 2 degrees. 8 degrees. Not 8 degrees. Nope. 6 degrees. And I really made a mess of this one, didn't I? Also 6 degrees. Dun, 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 dun. Well, it looks like my guesses were not too far off. 10 degrees. This is what you get for eyeballing things. Of having to do it the right way and go back and do it the right way. So you might as well have done it that way to begin with. Seven. Ooh, that's a big one. 16.5 degrees. I don't think so, sir. 16 degrees. We're just setting these to now nice round numbers. 9 degrees is perfectly fine, but it's probably a fraction. Yep, 9. Five. Yeah, that's now D. What is this one? 15. Go with 15. And I'm not necessarily rounding these, I'm just setting them to a number that makes sense to me. 7. Set this one to 20. Or 8 degrees, why not? Dun, 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 dun. 14 degrees. If this one's a little small, I might make it bigger. Like 4 degrees. Eight degrees. When it is dimensioned. I'll over constrain it. 6.5 degrees. I don't know how exact that is. Let's check this one. That's right. Okay, 7.5, 6.5. Let's make this one 7. And that one will also be 7. Perfect. Is this not? Okay, these are things. That's why that's all messed up. Looking at them. Okay. 40 degrees. Okay. That might cause problems. Because the little trim goes with those. 3. Alright. And just for completeness sake, I'll get a driven value. Oops. Darn it. And actually want that angle. Come on, Fusion. Yeah, whatever. Come on. Ugh. Try again. It will create a driven dimension. Oh. Yep. Alright, 5 degrees. Alright, stop sketch. I'm just gonna build all this stuff. Hopefully it won't lock up in the process. Okay, so far so good. Nothing looks broken. Let's save this as constrained top panel angles. Alright. Now this is what I was talking about. I've got to go all the way back to the present in steps. Because if I go all the way all in one jump, Fusion will probably lock up and just do that little progress bar that keeps appearing here. See it in a second. There it is, this thing. It sometimes locks up and that just stays there forever. I have to check my trim pieces. Looks okay. Dun. Okay, that's fine. What am I making here? Top panels. So many top panels. All right. Now, I've got a couple of panels that I need to fix. This is one of them. This may be one of them. I gotta figure out which one I didn't do. All right. So let's get the timeline and scroll back this way. Where we end up. Okay, so I'm creating all that stuff. There it is. This one. Yeah, so now this one is, oh, that's fine. That's the one I used to start this. Why do those curve that way? They're not supposed to. Should just go straight up. I need to look at my sketch. Versus. Gotta look at my face trim sketch in a bit. Not doing it right now. Oof, hot in here. This one, this body right here, which one are you? I looked at you a second ago. Wait, did I not? And it's... There it is, this one. And I swept up from there, okay. Yeah, that's going to be messed up, so... Alright, let's get this back out and figure out how to fix it. Is it possible to reset? I can set the pivot. Pivot needs to set to this. But I don't want that at all. This is gonna break at least one of those. I'm gonna delete this. Or suppress this. Okay, it killed that one. Okay. Killed that, so... Man, do I have to do all this again? That would be really annoying. What's going on here? I don't want to know. Yes, correct. Problem with the sweep path. Should hide these. Cancel. Let's look at this sketch. Zoom out. Thank you. Stop sketch. Actually, I want to do this construction plane is proportional to this. 0. Okay. Oy. Stop sketch. Try again. And stop sketch. Sweep along the sketch. Problem with the sweep path. It does intersect the profile, or should. Profile. Again, there's that sketch. Path. You and you. Okay. There's some real wonkiness going on right there. Profile. There. Path. There. All the way up. Correct. That should be correct now. But there's still this nonsense. What the heck is this? What in the heck? Actual heck. Alright. Well, this is giving me a headache. I'm gonna take a break for a while. I might start streaming again, I don't know. It's getting a bit late for me, so we'll see, but thank you for joining me if you are checking out the video, and I'll see you next time.